better one coming in, and he's coming up hot. Ooh, he missed it. Ooh, he missed it again. Man, he fired up. He is upset. He's not happy with the situation. There we go. Still not a very big one, but he was fun. He was fun. Man, he was fired up, this fish. He was just fired up. He did not like chasing that up. I think he missed it 3 or 4 different times before he actually hit it, but I mean, that's just a 10, 11-inch fish is all. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We are back for another video here today. In today's video, I would like to talk a lot about how to find fish on new lakes. Now, this has been a struggle of mine for years and years to try to figure this out. And you know, and everything I have to say today or tell you is just, you know, my opinion, my personal experiences and everything else. But what I like to do is, first and foremost, I'll go on my phone, I'll Google the lake contour map. So blank blank lake contour maps. When that pulls up, what I'll do is the very first thing I'll do, without even looking at the structure, without even looking at anything else, is look for boat landings or access to get onto the lake. I don't know how many times I've had it to where I left early in the morning, thought, yep, I'm gonna get out there, get set up. Couldn't find an access, couldn't get on the lake. So then you end up driving around for an hour, hour and a half, whatever, wasting that time to try to figure out how to get on the lake. Well, now once you find it, you know what you say, go on Google Maps, find it, then start looking for high percentage areas closer to that access, especially right now this time of year, due to, you know, it's first ice. We have, I don't know, I suppose there's 8-9 inches of ice where I'm at right now. So you really don't want to take an ATV or a snowmobile or whatever on it quite yet. I mean, you might, but I didn't today. And then once you find these high percentage areas, you go to them, drill some holes, you know, and you start fishing different holes to figure out where these fish are at. Now, like today, I'm on a lake that's, you know, fairly featureless. It's more of a bowl. And personally, that's the kind of lakes I like to fish for a couple different reasons. Reasons number one is, normally in my experience, I'll set up in kind of the deepest spot that comes off the shoreline, right off the bank, right where it comes down and then it levels off. I'll set up right there because to me that seems to be where the perch and the walleyes and everything else kind of like to roam, you know, on that highway underneath you, per se. So that's kind of where I like to set up at. Now, like today, the lake is fairly clear. I can see 14 feet down. I'm in 19, 20 feet of water right now. And if I get up in that 14 feet, I can see bottom. I don't like seeing bottom when I'm ice fishing. So what I'll do is I'll move out to where this depth, where I can't see bottom. And the reason being is it seems like you're up in that shallow water or shallower water when you can see bottom. And then you flip your flip over your whatever style house you have, and it kind of puts an outline on top of the ice and where you're at. And sometimes that'll really spook fish. And not to mention with this thinner ice, you know, you move your feet, you shuffle your feet a little bit, you know, they can hear that plain as day down there, so they're going to spook off. So it's a lot spookier, it's a lot tougher to fish. Now I got a small fish coming in here. He ain't going to hit. Now, so what I do is I move out, and it seems like when I move out in these, I can catch a consistent bite throughout the day rather than just early morning, late evening. So being out in this depth of water, my personal preference, I've had very good luck. Now, sorry, I got fish going on down here. Now, what I'll do as the morning goes on, if it's tough, I'll go out and I'll put out some tip-ups up in shallower water. That way, you're not walking around out there, them tip-ups are there, you're not spooking anything, and you could have the tip-ups do all your work for you all day long rather than in your hub. Now, as the day goes on, if the tip-ups are continually going off and you're not getting nothing in your hub, then yeah, I'll go up shallow and I'll give it a shot. Hopefully the fish ain't overly spooky. You know, it's always a gamble. And it kind of seems like the fish are on a minute to minute, hour to hour type basis on their behaviors. So, you know, it's kind of a crapshoot. But me personally, this is the way I like to set up. This is the way I like to fish. I've had a lot of success doing it. Today, I've had a lot of small ones come in. I did get one decent one, 15-incher. Let that one back. I'm not out here to keep fish today. But, long story short, if you can find them high percentage areas, and first of all, find that landing or find an access, whether that be a boat landing, whether that be the road runs right next to it where you can drag right in the ditch and go right onto the lake. This particular lake here, there is 2 boat accesses. There is a road that comes to the lake itself and stops. So that's where I went today. As I came up on that road, I stopped and I pulled all the way around the shoreline. But before I came out here, I looked at my map, you know, my contour map on my phone, and went, okay, there's a point here and a point right here, and this is kind of a I don't even want to say a bay or nothing like that, but there's just 2 points beside or in front of me and behind me. And now I got a fish going here. Bear with me. I might have let go of it. Nope. There we go. Just a little guy. Just a little guy. Just a little guy. So first and foremost, I guess the most important thing is finding the access to get on. If you can't get an access to get on, it's going to be tough sledding, trying to get on, you're going to waste most of your good morning on trying to find accesses to get on the lake itself. So that's first and foremost, number one, what I do is make sure I can find an access. So this, like I said, where I'm set up now, it's I got a point on either side of me, in front of me and behind me, and the shoreline drops, and that's another thing you can look at also is the shoreline. When you're looking at the shoreline, normally what the shoreline looks like is what your structure is going to be coming out. So the shoreline here is fairly, at least right where I'm at, there's kind of a steeper drop, so the water drops a little bit deeper, a little bit faster, not much, it's still quite gradual. But with the 2 points and with the dropping a little bit quicker than what normally does anyplace else, to me that was the best place scenario. So what I did is, being it was dark when I came out here, I was able to walk the shoreline on the edge of the ice before I got out here to make sure the ice was safe and everything else. And then once I got out here, of course, I drilled holes, make sure the ice was safe as I came out, and it's the same depth all the way to where I'm at. So far so good. Sorry, I was busy on my phone, farting around on my phone, and one came in and just rocketed up and drilled it. Really nice fish here. Ooh, make a mess. Really nice fish. A little late to the camera on this one, but my God, are they getting aggressive. They are just firing now. There we go. Another nice 16, 17-inch fish here. I'm not going to keep any today because I'm kind of on a mission to find some fish for my wife to come with tomorrow. And hopefully you guys watch the next video that's coming out, because tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. Me and my wife are, I'm going to put this one back. Me and my wife are going to have a competition tomorrow. Live bait versus artificial bait. She hates when artificial bait works, so I'm pretty sure she's going to beat me. I don't want anybody to hear that, or I don't want her to hear that. But tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. But anyway, so I put that fish back, but what I'm using for a rod setup is just a simple 26-inch medium action rod that I don't even want to say the brand because I don't want to sit here and advertise, but and this one here, but this particular one here works great great for what I do. I can feel everything. It's got enough backbone. I don't know if you can really see this. It's got enough backbone, but I got it backed with, I think this is 8-pound GoPro ice line. And then coming to the end of it here, I just got about a little over a foot piece of fluorocarbon that I tied to the end of it right there, for the simple fact of that way they don't see it, you know, especially in this clear water. And the reason I use, now this is just my personal preference, the reason I use this ice line, this GoPro, or not GoPro, this style line, is because I can feel the bite all the way back in the handle of my rod. The Power Pro, excuse me, I forgot what it was for a second. This Power Pro, the reason I use this Power Pro line is because it's so sensitive that I can feel the bite way back in my rod handle, way back here. I don't want to see it on my rod tip. You know, you always want that bite that you can feel it in your hand. That way when you're watching your graph, you're doing whatever you're doing, you know, you don't got to worry about your rod tip going, you can feel it back here. And another reason for that is when they come up, after you've used it a while and you kind of understand what the fish are doing and the behavior of the fish, you are going to know if that is a simple nudge of the nose when they hit it, or if it's an actual tap. And there's a lot of times that people misunderstand the difference between a fish nosing your bait rather than hitting it. And once you get used to this, and once you use it enough, you are going to know the difference. So I highly recommend this Power Pro. I think it's 8-pound. It's blue line. It's 8-pound. It's Power Pro's ice line. And anyway, like I said, it's blue. And then I got, like I said, this fluorocarbon leader, which I believe is a 12-pound leader, whatever it is. And I just got that simply tied right directly to it. So this is my setup, and this works great for me. If anybody has any questions, please comment below. I'll be glad to tell you what rod it is and everything else. But if you have any questions on that, please comment below, and I can give you more information, or I can give you more advice if that's what you're looking for. Oh, got a good fish coming in. Got a real good fish. Right behind a bunch of and then I missed that one too. You've got to be kidding me. See if I can keep him around here with my dead stick. Oh, I think he hit it. Yep, hit my dead stick. And I missed him with that too. Unbelievable. How in the heck did that happen? Unbelievable. Hurry up and get a minnow head and drop him down. I'm going to catch this fish. This is a better fish here. Still down there yet. Still down there, stay down there. Going back down, right above him. Come on, coming back up for it. It's coming back up. There we go. Oh, this is a good fish. This is a good one. Oh, nice walleye. Nice walleye. Oh man, he was persistent. I gave him every opportunity to get away, but ended up getting him. I missed him twice, and then once in the dead stick and once in the jigging stick, and I ended up getting him. Oh. Well, that's what you call self-release, I guess. You know what I'm using for my dead stick here, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit, is I have a pink buckshot. You can see that pink buckshot, glows pink. And then I got about a 3-inch dropper of fluorocarbon on there, and then I got a glow-in-the-dark pink hook. And what I do is I grab my minnow and I'll hook it right through the hard part of the back of the tail. I don't know if you can see it right in there. Just like that. And the reason being is, you know, when you got that 3-inch dropper, you know, that minnow can move around quite a bit, but it ain't going to be able to really run away from these fish. So these fish don't have to chase it that much to get to it. But then you have this as a little bit of flash that kind of adds as your split shot or your weight. So it's a really kind of a deadly combination when it comes to using a dead stick. And it's one I use a lot of the times. Now I got another fish down there. Looks pretty small, but oh, no, that actually looks like a better fish too here. I think my minnow head is gone in the last fish here, but God, I got fish all over down there. Oh, never even got down to the bottom. Another fish on. This one isn't half bad either, I don't think. No, nothing special. I'm telling you, I never shut my camera off from showing everybody what I was using, and yeah, I mean, just a little dinker, but another fish. That's how well this stuff works, and that's how well this setup works for me and my location. I've never fished this spot before. I got like 3 or 4 fish down there. This is unreal. This is unreal. I don't think this one has my jigging one, I don't think has a minnow on it yet though. I think it stole the minnow head. But just once again, just hook that minnow right there, right on the hard part of the tail. It won't come off. It can still swim freely, and it works great for what I do. It's probably my favorite dead stick setup. When I started out this morning, you know, I started with, I don't know how well you can see it, but that slender spoon, that one there. And it seemed to be where they would chase it, but they get to a certain spot on it, and they would really back away from it, shy away from it. So what I did is, instead, I went to a frosty spoon. Same color on back and front. It's the same exact color, but these are way more subtle. There is not a lot of flash. They just kind of, that's all they do. But you can get that minnow head is what I'm using. You can get that minnow head dancing back and forth to get their attention. And when they start coming up to it, you just kind of keep shaking it, you know, shake your rod tip, and then raise it as the fish are coming up to it. And then a lot of times if you stop it, they will hit it. And it's just a little more of a subtle action, a little less flash, and that kind of seems to be their mood today. So I didn't really make a huge change. It was just the style of spoon and the action on the spoon. That's all I changed up so far. Now as the morning goes on, they might want that flashier spoon. Another good fish here. Oh, there we go. Boy, he drilled that. That is awesome. Freaking beautiful. Battery's going dead here. Hopefully I get it before it goes dead. He just T-boned this thing. Put on I gotta get the proper name of it. Good walleye here. Put on a fat wrap, I believe, or something like that. I'll get the proper name here in a second, but just come up and absolutely drilled it. Alright, I had to hurry up and change battery there. I barely got that fish on battery or on camera before it went dead, but what I did is kind of, you know, I've caught a lot of fish today, so what I like doing is I like putting on other stuff that I might not necessarily ever use, just to see if I can get a hit on anything. And I put this slap wrap on, it's called, and I had it down for 2 seconds, and that fish just come off bottom and absolutely piled it. Well, I think I'm going to pack up for the day here. I've had a really good day. I think I've caught, I don't know, 15, 20 walleyes. Most of them were a little bit smaller, but you know, for trying a spot for the first time, it was pretty good. It seemed like towards the end of the morning here, the perch really moved in, the smaller perch, and the kind of walleyes moved out. So that's kind of something to tweak a little bit here, but all in all, it's a good day. If you guys gotten anything out of this video as far as how it's setting up on a new lake, please comment below. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button, and please hit the notification bell so when my next video comes out, you'll be able to see it right away. Thanks for watching. If I forgot anything in this video that you guys would like to hear about or for me to explain more, please comment below. I'll be glad to answer any questions. But I'm going to get packed up. I got a little bit of a pull. I got about a half-mile pull back to the pickup. Got to get home. Got to get some supper for the wife before she gets home. Got to get her ready for tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow her and I will be back out here again. I think the same spot, but tomorrow we're going to have, like I said earlier, we're going to have a little bit of competition tomorrow. She's going to be using a live bait with a spoon, probably, because that's what she normally likes to use. And I'm going to use some artificial baits, like some slab wraps, some ripping wraps, stuff like that. And we're going to have a little bit of competition to see who does better on what. So stay tuned. Please watch the next video. The next video coming up, it'll be, I don't know what the title will be, but it's going to be live bait versus artificial or something like that. So watch for that video to come out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again.